Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
DeariceSpeaksLife.com is the website, and we are joined once again here by the fabulous Dearice Spencer Shackleford, who is here to talk today about how she can help us. And you're looking beautiful today and very springish.
Thank you. And so do you. So do you. Congratulations. I'm so inspired by what you're doing. Congratulations.
No. Thank you. It's nothing. Please, let's talk about you. But thank you so much. So introduce yourself, if you don't mind, here to our viewers today.
Hi, everyone. My name is Dearice Spencer Shackleford. I am Dearice Speaks Life. I am a life coach, motivational speaker, and wellness coach. And most of all, what I am is a caring person, and I'm here sent to heal as many people as I possibly can.
Beautiful. Well, it's fantastic to see you here live in the flesh and to see you in person. Really, that exuberance, that energy, I could see it and let alone feel it now. So, as you say, what do you say? It's time to adjust your what?
Adjust your crown. Now, I got something for you. I got something for you. Time to adjust your crown.
Beautiful. I love it. It looks great on you. You are a former Miss what?
No former. I never ran or did pageants. I just modeled from time to time. No pageants. I was going to do it, but didn't get into it.
Don't believe you, but okay, let's talk. You are the positive ball of energy as a life wellness coach, motivational speaker. You do so much. So what do you want to focus on here for your viewers today?
Today, I'm going to talk about how it's okay for you not to know something you don't know in order for you to change your life. You don't know everything. So it's things you don't know, but it's things that you need to know that you don't know. And then that's where a life coach comes in at. So you need help with this.
I say all the time, you need to know before you go. So that's why we need Dearice. Go ahead.
That's right. And you know what? Most people think, I don't need a life coach. I'm fine until they've been trying to get this promotion and they just can't seem to get it. Or they're trying to change their lifestyle and they just can't seem to get it. I'm a little stuck in this area. That's where a life coach comes in. And that's where I come in. I coach you out of the areas to get you unstuck and to get you more focused on the areas and where you really want to go in life and help you know what your purpose is, help you to rediscover your purpose as well.
Great. So you offer one-on-one sessions, you offer online courses. Could you explain it to us a little further, how you work with your clients?
I offer online courses. I offer online coaching as well. Due to COVID, I definitely do Zoom and Skype. And I also do one-on-one.
Great. And just to point out the website again, DeariceSpeaksLife.com. And let's spell that for you. It's DeArice speakslife.com. Great. So do you want to focus right now on coaching or on the wellness portion of what you could do for our viewers today?
Well, I believe it all goes together.
Yeah.
I believe it all goes together. So I kind of combined it together when it comes down to life coaching, because there's no way you can just have a life coach and you don't talk about every aspect of life. And wellness is a part of life. Your health and wellness and your mental health, it all is one ball, as I like to say, the trifecta. Yeah. Health, mental health, you got to get it all. You got to get mind, body, and soul. So I definitely help everyone. I help as many people as I possibly can who are willing to be teachable. Now, we've got to make sure we say that. Yes. Teachable, because you got to be teachable in order to learn something you do not know in order to change your life. And I help people get unstuck, as I stated, but I customize packages according to what the client states that they need. If they need a wellness coach, that's what they get. They get the wellness aspect of life coaching, where we focus more on weight loss, activities, and getting you moving and active. One simple thing that I think is mainly important is adding more water to your diet. And a lot of people don't, but That is one important tip.
Got it.
Look, we all
Yay, and we could take
so,
a break anytime. So let's start off with the basics now. Who needs a life coach? Who would you say needs a life coach? And explain to us what a life coach is exactly, because people might be a little confused saying, well, life coach kind of sounds like therapy. Is it? Is it not? So let's go over some of the basics for the beginners today.
I love that question. Thank you for that, Jim. I like that one. Well, life coaching, who needs life coaching? Let's start there. Who needs life coaching? Anyone that's living. You want to live? Get a coach. Anyone. It doesn't matter the age. It doesn't matter the ethnicity. It doesn't matter your background. In fact, whatever background you have, it's good to get a life coach to help you to direct your path in the way in which you would like to go, such as changing careers or changing lifestyles, going from having a poor diet to learning how to have a healthier diet. You need a transition. You need someone to guide you with that. And that's what a life coach does. A life coach, you see how I did that? You went right on into that second question.
Yeah, good.
A life coach, a life coach actually is just a guide. Now, some people think, like you stated, Jill, that, well, life coach sounds like therapy. No, therapy, when you go to a therapist is a licensed state practitioner in the state that can administer medication. I, as a life coach, I am not state licensed to administer any type of medication. And that's not what I do. What I do, and also the difference between a therapist and a life coach is this. A therapist deals with your past, all of your past, to get you to where you are right now. A life coach assists you with the tools and the guidelines on how to use those tools and utilize them to get you where you are to where you desire to be. So that's basically taking you from, okay, you're right here, right now. Where's your desired destination in your lifestyle, in your finance, in your relationship, in your personal development? That's what a life coach helps you do. I help you, guide you along the way to the lifestyle that you really, truly desire.
Got it. Got it. Beautifully said. Thank you for sharing that. So, people out there in need of a life coach could be anyone looking to, like you mentioned, be unstuck, looking for a career change, looking to better themselves, looking to, what about help with anxiety and stress and procrastination? Is that something a life coach can help you work through?
Yes, definitely. I can honestly say I help people out of that angsty, that anxiety about doing something new. Okay. And that's usually what people most fear, because it's something new and it's something I've never done before. Oh no, I can't. And as a life coach, what I do is I calm you down. I get down to the root of it. Let's work backwards. Why are you anxious about this? Is this not what you want? Now, if it's not what you want, then we have to discuss, well, what exactly do you want? And a life coach helps you to guide you to get that pointer and that cursor right where you want it in order to fill out the rest of the rest of your story, which I like to call is your life, your story. So it helps you, a life coach helps you with that, with the guidelines of, oh, this is direction you want to go in. I just give you the direction, and then I say, hey, but don't go left. Try to take it easy when you go around this curve, okay? So that's what a life coach does. It's basically a GPS system, a human GPS system to help you along the way. And that's how I look at it with life coaching. Sometimes, I wonder, did God have a little bit of humor with that GPS? Because I like to talk to people about God's positioning system. Ooh. Because wherever you are in life, you're positioned there for a reason, for a purpose, in order to learn. And then from there, it leads you to the next stage of your life. You have opportunities everywhere. And sometimes a life coach helps you to really focus in and horn on, wait a second, that's actually where you wanted to go and you turned it down? Why? Mm-hmm. And see, that's what a life coach does. It helps, I'm a guide that helps you to figure out, okay, I have momentary fear, but why? And we get to the bottom of it. And then when you resolve it, you'll walk in peace and ease. And that's what I love to see. People walking in peace and ease and fulfilling their lifelong dreams and goals.
Fantastic. Cheers to that with my water, if you don't mind. I need a quick water break.
I need a little sip of my tea, though.
Hydrate, like you said. Great. Now, I mean, is there a certain niche of people you work with? Adults, females, males, anyone in particular?
No, no one in particular. I work with everyone. I mainly focus on single moms because I am a single mom. I was one for 17 years until I got married a few years back, and now I'm a widow, so I'm back to being a single mom again. So I resonate so much with single moms, and as a widow and a single mom, I usually work with mothers, but I have worked with men. I have worked with women. I have worked with teenagers. I have worked with all ages, actually. And I don't discriminate. Let me help you all. Come on in. Let's get that help going. Let's get that healing going. So yes, it doesn't matter with age, because as I stated before, if you're living life, you definitely can use a life coach.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm a single mom as well, right? So I'm hoping for that marriage one day. And I'm so sorry about your loss, but thank you for sharing your personal story with us of being a single mom and then getting married and then losing your spouse, which I know not is not easy. But
No,
you're
it
so
wasn't.
positive and upbeat. I mean, could I ask you what inspired you to do this? How did you get into life coaching? And was, being that single mom an inspiration? Was losing your husband an inspiration? Give us some more feedback about you, if you don't mind, Dearice.
What inspired me, and that's a great question, by the way. I really rarely get to get and expound on that one. I get a little, I've always encouraged people to live, to be better. I always encourage people to do that ever since I was a little girl. But what inspired me the most is 3 years ago, I lost my dad, my aunt, and my husband all in 30 days. And so I was in a very deep, dark place. Thank God I'm not there now. It's a very, very touching moment, but that's what catapulted me to becoming a life coach and doing it as a profession instead of just friends coming over and coming and asking for my help, or a perfect stranger at the supermarket coming up to me, or someone saying, "Ooh, call Dearice, she can help you." I decided that my story, which was all of the hurt and the pain that I experienced and the grief, was an example for someone else to know that you can make it through. And you don't have to give up. You don't have to say, you know what, that was the only person in this world that was ever going to love me. I lost my dad and my husband, the two people that you look to love you as a little girl. Think about that. You grow up with your dad wanting, looking for your dad to love you. And then you also grow up and then you marry the man of your dreams, and then he's gone too. So just think about the psyche you have to have in order to pull through. And so that's why I asked God, why did I go through this? But here's the thing. I knew I was going to have to tell my story, and life coaching and being a speaker and motivating other people to live their best life is exactly what God just threw right in my lap. He said, it's time for you to tell your story. It's time for you to tell people that they can make it too, because you did the same.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. I think it's important for everyone to get to know you on a personal level as well. And we're skipping our commercial break today, but I want to get your best form and all forms of contact. So in case someone's listening and watching right now, we can contact you.
Okay, you can contact me at my email address. It's speakslife88@gmail.com. That's speak, SPEAKS, and that's life, LIFE, and the numbers 88@gmail.com. You can also go to my website, DeariceSpeaksLife.com, and that's DEARICE, speakslife.com. You can find me also on all social media platforms. That's YouTube, that's Dearice Speaks Life, that's Facebook, Dearice Speaks Life, Twitter, Dearice Speaks Life, and also Instagram, Dearice Speaks Life. And you can reach out to me. You can DM me as well as inbox me, and I will be sure to get back with you as soon as I possibly can. Any questions you may have, any questions about my services, definitely reach out to me.
Great. So you say queens aren't born, they are made. We also say kings aren't born, they are made, right? And everyone needs a little
Right.
guidance. Everyone needs a cheerleader. Everyone needs a coach, someone to hold their hand and guide them because that's what life is about. Now, you being a life coach, have you had coaches as well?
Yes, I have. In fact, my life coach, her name is Chanel Cooper Sykes, and I've been a student of hers for 10 years, 10 plus years, in fact. And in that course, my whole life has changed a whole lot. And I thank God for her and her mentorship. And also, I've had other mentors. I want to say my spiritual mentors I've had who I've grown up. I was raised in church, so having a spiritual mentor is a big thing for me, being raised in church my entire life. So I have multiple. I even have a finance mentor. So you have to, if you want the mindset to be successful, you have to go to the person that is successful in that field. That's what I believe. You must always be teachable, and you have to go to the people that can teach you in order for you to obtain that knowledge. So I definitely believe in getting a mentor and a teacher as well.
Great. Is there anything that you could share with us today that can kind of help us on our way to start laying that platform, that groundwork, so we could all start to elevate and live better lives? I mean, any, advice or tips for us would be appreciated.
Okay, I have this small one that I do every day before I even begin my day. The moment I wake up, I do not move. I do not grab my phone. I do not open my eyes. I lay there and I lie there very peacefully and quietly. I close my eyes. I pay attention to my breathing,
Mhm.
and I inhale and I exhale. And this is a perfect exercise to start out with. I inhale and I exhale. And as I lay there, I think of all of the things I'm grateful for. Being able to feel, being able to move, being able to move my eyeballs, even though my eyelids are closed. I have a moment, at least 5 minutes in the morning of gratitude,
Mhm.
total gratitude. And so that's how I start my day. And that is an excellent way, I suggest, for anyone who wants to start out on this personal development journey to elevate their lives, to start out with gratitude.
Got it. We must be thankful for and what we have. My goodness, and there's so much. And with the pandemic that came and is still amongst us, unfortunately, it's been a hard year for so many, right? I mean, what are you experiencing with your clients, with yourself personally? I mean, the anxiety level, the stress level, it's just monumental. And as a life coach, I'm sure you've seen a lot of people, if not personally, yourself as well being affected by this.
Right, definitely. Last year was a big hit for all of us energetically. And it was something that was felt all over. That's why it's called a pandemic, because it's the entire earth is experiencing it all at one time. And the thing is, what most people are experiencing is, and they just don't know it yet, is the disconnect. We feel more disconnected from people than we ever have before, because now we have to be 6 feet apart. We were used to being close to each other, and now it's something we have to have distance. A conversation now is questionable now. Everything is like, I'm questioning it. And this is this started last year because nobody understood. So right now we're all trying to adjust. We're learning that new word, adjust. And also that new phrase, the new normal, the new normal.
I know.
So now when you're learning the new normal, most of it is, I don't know how close, if I can, and if you have, and I haven't yet, I don't know if I'm going to, but you have to deal with all of that. And at some point you have to disconnect to reconnect.
Got it.
You're going to have to put your phone down. You're going to have to breathe, that breathing exercise. You're going to have to learn how to slow your heart rate down. And I keep telling you to always be grateful, live in gratitude. Those gratitude moments, those grateful moments that you just calm and center yourself. I'm telling you, once you start thinking about all the things that you're grateful for, you really kind of calm down and you start smiling. Just think about one thing you're grateful for, Jill. Just one thing. Just think about one thing.
A roof over my head for my children. I have a place to live. There's a lot of kids in my kids' school district that they live in shelters, right? Some of them get bussed in, and it's a hard concept to explain to a 4 and 6-year-old, well, where does Tommy live? And it's like, well, he lives with other children and other families because, they don't have that. Mommy works hard and
Right.
do our best, but not everybody's able to do that. And so you try to explain. So I'm really thankful for that, able to self-sustain a household by myself and give my boys a home. I mean, that's not everybody could do that. That it's difficult. And so you got to be grateful for that. And I try to teach that and instill that in my children as well, and then, my heart breaks for those children who don't have homes, but to them, they have a
Right.
home in a different sense, right? And it doesn't matter if they
Right.
have that inner happiness and peace and well-being. That is their home. Their shelter's the home, and it's a beautiful place, and they have beautiful friends, and it's just that it's a state of mind, I think, the happiness aspect, right? Of, it's not about what you have, but I am grateful and thankful that there's a roof over my head. And what
That's
about
good.
yourself?
That's good. And that's what I instill in my children as well, is the gratitude about everything. Because even though you think what you have is not a lot, to somebody else, you may overhear someone in the grocery store, in the supermarket, and they say, well, we just got burnt out. We just had a fire. This is not the time you want to hear that. This is not the time. But guess what? It makes you grateful for your little small apartment,
Yeah.
or your studio apartment, or whatever it is that you have, your one room and your twin size bed. It
Yeah.
doesn't really matter, because at this point, you've made it through a pandemic to this far. If anything, that should make you grateful.
Absolutely.
Every day you leave out of your home, every day you wake up and you open your eyes and you walk to that door, not knowing what you're going to face, but yet you're blessed every time to come back to the very roof over your head that you still have, because you're blessed. You have to always know that you're blessed. It doesn't matter if you don't have steak and lobster every night, long as you have something that keeps your stomach from talking to your back. That's what it's about. I mean, you gotta be honest with yourself. I mean, because either have peanut butter and jelly or nothing at all. You have to realize, you have to pay attention to the priorities of what is a necessity and what is a want.
Got it. Yep.
Shelter is a necessity. Food is a necessity. Love and caring from others and friends and family, that's a necessity. Having lavish lifestyles, that's a bonus. But to just be grateful for breath right now, and to be able to say, I have made it from 2020 to 2021, and I'm so grateful and blessed to be here.
Yep. You got to take the positive out of a horrible year. And that's exactly what I take away from it. And I urge everyone to do the same. We need to be thankful for what we have. And so many people lost loved ones, lost homes, lost
Right.
jobs,
Right.
the amount of chaos, and children wearing masks and not being able to be social. How is that affecting them? Everyone's been affected, but now it's taught us to live life to the fullest, because you never know when it's going to be your last, an unfortunate set of
Right.
circumstances, but we got to always look for the good in things. And that's what I try to do as well, Dearice.
Yes, I definitely do the same. The transition, we speak about our children, the transition of getting them used to adapting to having something over their faces.
Yeah.
And they're used to when we're children, we communicate by looking at each other's faces. That's how we first learn how to smile.
Yeah, you're right.
We see everybody smiling at us, so therefore we're going to smile back. And think about it: when you see someone smile, you smile, and you'll actually be like, "What's funny? What's going on?" You want to know, because just seeing that pleasantry on someone's face and that happiness, it's infectious. So now you have to train your children to, well, you have to pay attention to your distance, but you can still talk to people. And that was the hardest thing for me to get across to my 8-year-old. So she's adjusting. I don't think she's adapted. I think she's just adjusting.
Yeah, we're learning how to adjust,
So,
pivot, as they say. All right, Dearice, we have
yes,
2.5 minutes left. So what else would you like to say to everyone out there about you, of course, your services, and how you're eager to help?
exactly. Like you said, I am eager to help. And not only that, I want to let everyone know this month is May. May is Mental Health Month. At any time, and I want to make sure I say this first before I say anything else. If you are not sure if you need a therapist or a life coach, definitely reach out to me, and you can definitely schedule a free consultation with me, and we can see if you need a therapist or a life coach. You'll never know until you open your mouth and you talk to someone. As they say, a closed mouth never gets fed. So if you need any kind of help, you're dealing with depression, anxiety, I can actually help you with that with my services to get you centered. And if you need more, I'm definitely connected to a lot of people who are licensed therapists, and I can definitely direct you to a licensed therapist if we don't gel. But you know what? I'm always here to help you level up your life, to teach you how to use your most important gift of all, your voice, to speak life into your situation. By changing your verbiage and changing your mentality, you literally can change your life. So definitely reach out to me via email, speakslife88, and that is the number 8 @gmail.com. And also you can reach out to me via Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and also on YouTube. You can find me there, and definitely visit my website, DeariceSpeaksLife.com. That's DeArice, speakslife.com.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us today again. It's a pleasure getting to see you and speak with you again. And looking forward to our next conversation, Dearice.
Thank you, Jill.
Thank you. Have a happy and healthy week. And same to all of our listeners and viewers out there. Don't forget, don't stay anywhere. We have more of the show coming right up after this quick break.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
Mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house. And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned.
This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.